Faceit players take 555 matches on average to reach level 10. I did it in almost half of those. In this video, I will share what I did to reach that. I was level 6 on Faceit when CS2 was launched. I had played 200 matches and got stuck around that level for almost 100 matches. Then, I stopped playing Faceit. It felt like I didn't have what it takes to carry games. I wanted to be ahead of the game. I started playing a lot of retakes. It was good for me to get experience, because you get to play a round in a fast-paced way in a retake mode. The rounds start with the bomb planted. Each round takes 30 seconds on average, so you can play almost 4 times more rounds in a retake mode compared to a regular match. Also, retake mode is not high stakes, so you get to play in a calmer environment, less pressure compared to a game. I was gaining experience on multiple maps quickly, learning more about the angles and the way people play and clutch positions. But every once in a while, I would get someone in the server who would completely destroy me and everyone else. Most of the time when I checked their Faceit, they were at least level 10. I thought to myself, if I want to be like them, I need to compete with them more. Then I started only going into Retake Servers where the average Faceit level of current players was at least 8. It was very difficult at first. I felt like they knew what I'm about to do every time. I even ran into JL in a Retake server without realizing it was actually him, and I thought he was cheating. When I checked his profile, I realized how quick I was to judge and think they are cheating. I mean, he was going like 50 and 7 and he was unkillable, but still, you never know. This incident fired the competition in me even more. I kept playing with level 10s on retake. Over time, I got better. I was playing at least 2 hours of retakes every day. The amount of rounds I was playing was equal to the total rounds of 8 hours of regular matches. That quickly changed the way I was managing my time in the round. I wasn't rushing on retake situations anymore. I was more precise with my timings for the fake defuses or the slow flanks. I had a better game sense and map awareness after all these rounds. I could read the enemy team better. I was intuitively trying to put myself in positions where I was able to set crossfires with my teammates. Overall, I was much better than where I started. I started on my Faceit journey again, and I quickly got to level 8. I had a friend who was level 10. I felt like it was time to queue with him and have real level 10 experience. I played a lot of matches with him. The lobbies had mostly level 9 players with usually around 1 or 2 level 10 players on each team. The experience I got on retake mode was not 100% enough, but it was still really helpful. I was still getting caught a lot by unexpected pushes or weird timings on the map. That took a bit of time for me to adjust and be able to think through all the possibilities that could happen in a round. I was improving slowly, but there was one area where I felt behind. My aim. It didn't feel consistent. Sometimes I was having games where I'm top fragging and the next game I'm bottom fragging with 10 kills. I had to do something for that. So I bought a VIP slot from warm-up server Deathmatch server provider and started playing Deathmatch at least an hour a day. The VIP slot helped me play on servers where pro players were playing at the same time. It was very difficult at first. The pace of the server is amazingly fast when there are a couple of pro players. I remember I was getting way too excited every time I killed a pro player. Oof, it was flamesy. I even took some clips of those moments. Of course, most of the time I was getting destroyed by them, but it was part of the experience. Working on my DM for a long time, especially against pro players, gave me a lot of confidence. I started playing Faceit again. I could already feel I was better. I was consistently getting 15 plus kills in matches. But I will still lose a lot of games, because there was one more thing I had to change. It was my mentality. Every time we would lose a round because of a big mistake that I or a teammate did, I used to tilt hard. That prevented me from focusing on the game on the next rounds. I used to keep getting stuck at a certain round and not being able to forget about it. It was happening because I knew how easy it would be to win the rounds if that didn't happen. I used to confront my teammates about their mistakes as well. This was a big mistake from me. First thing I changed is not to communicate my tilt with my teammates. I was still getting tilt, but I was keeping it to myself, because confronting my teammates didn't help. It made things worse. Sometimes it led to fighting over voice comms. In best case, it was affecting the teammate in a bad way and they were giving up or trolling the rest of the game. Second thing I changed was to learn to have a bit of love for myself. I have a very high standard and I always set the bar pretty high for myself. So often a mistake or a lost duel would frustrate me and I would be disappointed by myself. I started reassuring myself in those situations. I kept reminding me, I'm better than this, and even the best of us make these mistakes. That helped a lot. I was able to focus on the rest of the game more easily. This also led to me loving my teammates as well. If you can't be kind to yourself, you won't be kind to others. Whenever my teammates started making mistakes, I started reassuring them, saying, don't worry, it was a nice try. Whenever I had somebody in team with 2 kills in 12 rounds into the game, instead of saying, wake up blue, which has a connotation that he's intentionally not getting kills, sleeping or not trying hard, I would actually say, I know you're a good player bro, just focus on next rounds and we will win this. This kind of positive attitude sets the team's tone really fast. Most times, my teammates would often have the same kind of kindness towards me when I made mistakes. So to summarize, these are the 4 things I did to win more games and get level 10. First, play retakes with players who have higher elo. Second, play a lot of DMs. If possible, in servers with pro players. Third, love yourself. Fourth, love your teammates. After using these strategies, right now, I'm sitting at 2.3k elo and climbing to 2.5k solo queue. I'm also streaming my solo queue journey every day. I hope these strategies help you as well.